So I've been using the 2025 Motorola Razr Ultra. You guys remember the Razr, right? Well, it's back, better than ever. And you know what? This might be my favorite flip phone. And I'm kind of mad none of you guys have suggested me to try Motorola, ever. This is my first Motorola that I've owned ever. Alongside the Razr Ultra, I've also been using the Flip7. And although these phones look alike in many ways, I gotta be honest, I do prefer the Razr Ultra, even though the Flip7 is a beast. Okay, I gotta be honest, and I am working on a full in-depth comparison with these two phones, so if you guys do want to see, definitely subscribe if you haven't already. By the way, this phone is currently like 400 bucks off, and you get up to $725 off if you trade in. So if you guys want, I'll have an Amazon link down below, which is pretty good because the actual MSRP of this phone is quite high, but not really. We'll talk about it. So the Razr Ultra, does it actually live up to the name Ultra, whether it's in the real world or on paper? For example, the cameras on this phone are actually incredible. All three of them are 50 megapixels, and look, the quality is actually there. If you're a fan of taking photos, and I assume you are, you're gonna love this phone because the processing is incredible. A ton of phones, especially even my very expensive 16 Pro Max, a lot of phones have issues photographing blue, like the color blue. More specifically, blue LEDs. I don't know what it is, but phones just seem to freak out when they see blue neon or like purple neon. But surprisingly, with the Motorola Razr Ultra, it had no issues at all. I mean, this photo legitimately shocked me. I always go to that spot when I want to test out how well the colors process at night. This phone did it like perfectly. As far as video recording goes, the quality and stability is also incredible, and on top of that, it can even record in Dolby Vision HDR up to 4K 60. And the overall max resolution and frame rate is 8K 30, which, by the way, even the Z Flip 7 doesn't do. So, Samsung, that's one leg up. The cameras are great, but there has to be more to a phone other than cameras for it to be ultra. Thankfully, well, yeah, this phone has that covered too. You get the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip in this phone. Unlike the Flip 7, again, this is not the comparison video, but just to kind of get you guys thinking a little bit, this has the Exynos 2500, so it's not the Snapdragon chip. A lot of you guys seem to be disappointed in it. Honestly, no issues with the Flip 7 in terms of performance, but I do prefer the Snapdragon 8 Elite, and in this phone, it's just perfect. I mean, it's going to be as good as your average flagship nowadays. Playing games, no issues. Anything you do is going to have no issues at all. And of course, just like very high-end flagships, this also does go up to 1 terabyte of storage and 16 gigabytes of RAM. So you get 512 and 1 terabyte, whereas with the Flip 7, again, not the comparison video, but this maxes out at 512. So this begins at 512 storage, this maxes out at 512. So again, something to think about. I gotta stop comparing things in a non-comparison video. Mark, when you're editing this video, I want you to think twice. But more importantly, I just love the way this phone feels in hand. I don't know what it is. I honestly do not know. Maybe it's like the fake leather on the back of the phone that kind of just adds grip and just kind of gives you confidence when you hold this phone. Whatever it is, I don't know. Maybe it's the curved corners of the phone, the curved corners and the curved edges. It's not like flat everywhere and kind of like stabbing you in your pinky. By the way, pinky, if you're holding this phone and you have your pinky propping the phone up, it's going to be comfortable and it's not going to kind of leave that indentation in your pinky. You know what I mean? The phone indentation. I don't know. I read somewhere that, like, since us humans are like putting pinkies under phones, your pinky's starting to disform, right? Which kind of freaks me out because my pinky is a little disformed. And it's so wild if a phone did that. Millions of years of evolution and our bones cannot handle a phone. I mean, some people can't have chocolate, so. Now, in my opinion, battery life is also one of those things that make a phone ultra, right? Again, thankfully, this phone has it. This thing is an absolute monster. Honestly, I'm shocked I've never used a modern Motorola before because I've been missing out, like I said in the beginning of the video. This phone, right? 4700 milliamp hour battery. 4700. This phone will last you not only the entire day, but into the next day. Not far into the next day, maybe like 10 a.m. But still, like what? That's incredible for a flip phone. Not even a fold, but a flip. That's like getting comfortably a whole day, like without even worrying about battery life. To me, that's incredible. Now, the efficiency is also what helps, because since this chip is so efficient, the Snapdragon 8 Elite, it's not, it doesn't get hot. I find it getting a lot less hot, less quickly than most other phones that I own, even when I'm charging this in my car while my car is charging as well. I'm not kidding either. I'm charging my Razr in my car, and my car is also charging. What a time to be alive. What even is life anymore? Now let's talk about the inside display. First of all, the crease is very minimal and the screen does get bright enough. Definitely enough to enjoy some awesome HDR movies and TV shows. And get this, it goes up to 165 Hz, not just on the inside display, but the cover display as well. For those 5 people out there that actually still make calls, you know, the call quality, fantastic. Never had a dropped call. The signal has been amazing. I've been using T-Mobile on it. I've been getting well over 1000 megabits per second download speed, but of course that does depend where you live. All I'm trying to say is perfect. No issues at all with stability, with data speeds, nothing. It's been great. Now, what I love about this phone is that the cover display is a lot more usable to more people out there, if that makes sense. If you're confused, well, I mean, any app can be opened on the cover display. And yeah, I mean, any app. I love this so much because if I want to answer someone on Telegram or something, I don't need to open the phone. In fact, having it in your palm like this just makes it a whole lot more comfortable. Unlike the Galaxy Z Flip 7, you can automatically open up any app you want on the Moto. If you want to do that with the Galaxy, you have to download Good Lock. Which by the way, hey, I'm confused. Good Lock is Samsung's very own software, right? So, hey, Samsung, why not just brainstorming here. Why not take Good Lock and automatically put it into the phone? A lot of people, a lot of Samsung owners that aren't really all that technically savvy, they don't know about Good Lock, so they don't even know that their flip phone can open any app. But with the Moto, it's impossible to miss. Like, you're eventually going to open the app up from the notification center, and then once you do, you're going to be like, oh, I can do this. So Motorola, thumbs up for you for giving us that opportunity to do it without having to download anything. It just works out of the box. No need to download anything. Big 2 thumbs up. So, okay, the cameras are great, the build quality is great, performance is great, and the battery life is great, blah, blah, blah. But there's one thing that makes a phone ultra: charging speeds. And yeah, you already know where I'm going with this. It's a beast. Say hello to TurboPower, 67 watts of fast charging. Compare that. Again, this is not a comparison video, Mark, but I have to mention it anyway. 25 watts, 67 watts. This will take maybe like 45 minutes. I didn't even really count all that. It just happened so quick. Roughly 45 minutes from 0 to 100%. That is bonkers. Motorola, you guys are I don't know why you guys aren't spending more money on advertisement, because like I said, I knew about this phone, but I didn't care about this phone. I know that sounds rude, but I'm just being honest. And now that I'm using it, I'm like, oh my God, I've been missing out. I was going to say the downside of this phone is the price. So this phone starts, right? The starting price is $1,300. But it starts at 512 gigabytes of storage. So really, it's not all that different from the 512 gigabyte variant of the Flip 7. So I was gonna say it's the price, but not really. And for that difference, you are getting a higher resolution cameras, faster charging, better battery life, and mostly the same experience, maybe even better for some. My experience with this phone can only really come down to one word: fantastic and awesome. 3 words. Fine, you got me. I love this phone. I don't know. What do you guys think of the Moto Razr Ultra? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you currently using it? If you are, let me know your experience down below. And also, let me know any tips and tricks you got me. Not you got me. You got for me for this phone, since I'm new and I know nothing about this phone. Well, I lied. I know a lot, but maybe I'm missing something, right? Let me know down below in the comments. Like I said, I am working on a full in-depth review of the Flip7 and the Moto Razr Ultra, comparing everything, comparing the AI, comparing the side button or how many buttons each phone has, what each button does. Very important stuff right there. So if you guys do want to see that, definitely subscribe if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed today's video, definitely click that like button. If you're new here and you like no BS tech reviews, definitely subscribe. And as always, this was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.